So allow me to focus a bit on what's actually going to be happening during this video, because the past 8 hours, well, aside from resting as we have, or sleeping, Zektas Exquisite Taste. Oh, that's gonna be bad too. But we're doing a new character, and I spent the last, well, 16 hours working on characterization again for a new project. But specifically character tics and how a character presents themselves. I'm forgetting the exact word because I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Exquisite Taste, and yeah, we're just on Zektas. So as we get into Zektas Exquisite Taste, character exclusive custom character. Yeah, we'll try to concentrate a bit more on what's happening on screen. 2 strength, 5 dexterity, 4 perception, 6 knowledge, 7 charisma, and a whole lot of wishing. Unfortunately, because we're on Zektas, as much as I would like to run ally attack, I can't. Though we do start with funds instead, so we can grab weapon. Light, Takshisan, second, dexterity, charisma. Every single non-stat check, but we will lose probably 3 stamina, 2 reason. Unless we get more charisma, but that's not likely to happen. I wish there were a way, I mean, if I were to band-aid, not band-aid fix, but if I were to put in a band-aid kind of help for the player, I would allow for Zektas events and let the player choose. Now, part of the challenge in that is I would allow all stat choices, but then that would require World of Horror to prompt you for more than 3 choices, which 3 choices is the current limit. You'd be surprised how tricky it is to increase or decrease a limit of something, in this case choices, if you have already coded your game to only accept up to 3. But again, I could kind of go into detail, but I'd be thinking off the top of my head. Cape, Arms, Metamorphosis, oh my goodness, Turin, Rider. Doesn't matter, we have 3 boss mysteries immediately. I think I just have to take them. Do I want to risk Arms instead? It's not like we have a lot to do in Rider, maybe? I guess we'll see. Keeping in mind we're on Zektas, so we die at 42% Doom unless we increase our strength. Our perception we do need to increase at least once, but we'll see. And then, if any curses hit me in the meanwhile, I'll just be very sad. So I kept rest. I think on Exquisite Taste, that's just a decision I've just started making. Also, we have Metamorphosis. We also have a max threat level downtown, so either way, it's going to be whether I put the police patrols in the downtown area or in the seaside, it's going to be bad for me. So we'll put it downtown for the moment. When we get into Metamorphosis, we'll switch. I don't remember Rider or Auteur, so hopefully we're going downtown, as odd as that sounds to say. I might as well recruit students now. The reason for this is not just for stats, but just because I will be losing charisma anyway, and yeah, we'll just take the 2 students. I don't want to reroll anymore, because we need to keep Doom to a low. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a single weapon, but Iwa will help, so hey. We still didn't get a weapon. So we can lose 5... I'm just going to take the 5 reason hit to the face, so... And if we finally get the army knife, thank goodness. Now, keeping in mind, our perception is quite low. In fact, I think a student is decreasing our perception, seeing that it's at 3. But we'll just toss that student at an enemy, and I'll just move on with life. We got very lucky we picked up Iwa, but that's part of the RNG that is World of Horror. For anyone new, might as well go through it. But not that you missed. If you skipped forward in the timestamps, all I really talked about was working on characters. Just in general, and also just researching into how, what makes characters inspiring or what makes them not inspiring. There are times in which you want to do that as well, but essentially how to make a character. I often do this to a small amount these days. I used to do it a lot in the past, but now that I've gotten a bit more comfortable trying to write characters, I don't really try to spend too much time. There's a lot going on, basically. We'll just take the fun hit to the face. Keeping in mind we're in Akamanto, do I get to get out in 2 turns, I guess is the question. We do get extra strength, which is nice, unfortunately. My question is if we have enough HP. It looks like we do. Handcuffs is very important. I should probably do non-handcuff runs for fun at some point. Oh my goodness. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm not feeling tired or anything at all, so really I just missed that because I missed it. But as long as we didn't lose the bath, we'll still be okay-ish. We'll put on the Crestfallen Mask because it's like test stuff. And And that is a crestfallen mask error. I think it's showing on screen right now. So yeah, because of that crest, it was in the short term, if Jordan cut this correctly, the crestfallen mask.png was not being linked to the right place. So we're doing another run. So as we get a Thotu Fatalist instead and three custom mysteries, that's all you need to know. Maybe there was a correction later on in the thread where this character was downloaded from, but I probably didn't see it if that's the case. If not, then just know that the Crestfallen Mask is not linking correctly, which causes the crash. It should link correctly now, I think, but if it doesn't, well, I'm just going to be very sad. So we're on Fatalist, and away we go. So as we get into... I could just not use the first part, but if nothing else, I like talking about handcuffs. So as we get into... I did forget my old god for a moment. Thotu Fatalist, character exclusive custom character. We can use ally attack this time. We do have a charisma check, maybe, but we also have dexterity, knowledge, second encounter, strength, maybe a light check in that order. But we're not on Zektas anymore, which we got quite lucky in. So if anything else, that's what the first run exists for. To show, I guess, the strategy, if nothing else, to anyone but myself. If for no one else. Because who knows, right? Maybe I'm the only one making these videos. Although that's a lie, Because I know, everyone knows how much people are watching a certain video or not. That's right. So we do have stuff, but... I'm not stuff. That's the thing is we have to replace these two with custom mysteries. And then the right one, so we'll just pick a mystery at random. We'll try not to hover over anything, and we get Festival immediately. So, unfortunately, as much as I would like to pick up an ally here... Well, I mean, I could still. We might as well, just in case we get someone cool. But if we don't, we're just going to decline. We'll run from any enemies, most likely. Oh, Ewa is very, very helpful, though, but we'll skip. Because otherwise, for those who don't know, I would have liked to save Festival for later, so I can recruit allies after recruiting the students. The primary reason why I'm not accepting allies right now is because getting school students, for those who don't know, is limited to the total number of allies you have, which is 3. So... if we grab allies here, we can't grab any more school students. Doing it in reverse, or the way that I want to do, means that you get more allies in total. But at this point, I probably should not have even gone for an ally. So, and yeah, this is all damage, so I was probably going to consider running anyway. But all things considered, 15% Doom isn't so bad. Now, it depends on what the other mysteries are. So, in the spirit of the other side of Fatalist, the first side being you can tell which 2 mysteries you get. You can tell 2 of the 5 mysteries you get by their pictures, but on the other hand, I could grab... Oh, never mind, that's right, we don't do enough damage, so never mind. Anywho, we get time skipping. Okay, maybe I don't want to go ally attack. Maybe I should have grabbed Ewa. A bit late, but I'm sad I lose 2 strength, but I think we just need to grab a weapon at this point. So we'll take our first custom mystery, which will be frogs. And I guess we just go for a weapon here. We also have wards. Oh, that's right. No, we replaced ward. Never mind. So we'll just go with the army knife. Yeah, not having strength makes me feel really bad. Police station, by the way. I mean, we don't know, but downtown is a pretty safe pick for police patrols if it's at even high threat level. But max threat level is a definite yes from me. There aren't a lot of... Well... On average, you're going to be visiting the downtown location a lot. I think, anyway. If that's not true, let me know. So here I would have... Well, we'll take the rock ring anyway, but I would have liked the... I would have liked the Crestfallen Mask just to see... Oh, not Crestfallen. Never mind. I'm lying. You can only get the Crestfallen Mask from Akamoto. I'm going absolutely insane. But as we continue to stack Doom on our face, we'll go visit the monument really quickly. And move on with life. High threat level forest. And off we go. Warts, is that charisma? And yeah, mainly charisma. I thought it was Doom as well. Anywho, we can take that in the face. Just gotta remember that in frogs, you lose charisma. I probably won't remember that, but I've at least said it so that someone or me can say later on, I can say later on, that I tried my best to remember something. That being said, we have not run into our second encounter yet, I believe. Yeah, we have not run into our second encounter yet, so hey. Where did I lose? I thought this character had 2 strength. Why is the rock ring... Oh, it's 1 strength. I thought the rock ring gives you 2 strength for some reason. Well, anywho. If that is a boss fight, at least we could take a free out and not have to deal with the boss, but... And I did completely forget. Oh, this character has Obsessive Shopper. Obsessive Shopper? Obsessive Shopper. But we'll take strength instead. That's the... It's quite imperative I grab strength right now. So... let's just grab Shiba's now then, because Shiba's... Now, if that weren't a boss mystery, I would have taken... I think it's been a while since we did Shiba, so time for pain, I guess. But as we continue to... Have I succeeded at least 2 checks yet in this run? We'll move on. Would have liked a pack of cigarettes, but I don't think I get to do that, so... Roll the 12. Okay, I'm just going to keep an eye out really quickly on if I pass any checks or not. So we're just going to roll. Okay, we finally passed 1. Maybe 2 or 3 total, but just making sure I'm not going absolutely insane. Otherwise, we're just going to do prep strong here. 15 experience for 2 reason, and then a long pig steak as well. Although we don't want to lower our charisma, so... Itotu burns our skin, and we move on. We flee, though, because 2 reason or a boss fight. I would rather take the 2 reason. Unless that boss fight, and even then, it's iffy. Unless that boss fight gives us 50 experience, there's no real reason to take it. I'm pretty sure it does a lot of damage, if I recall. We'll take Perception and Strength, so big Army Knife gains, but... Recluse. So we do have a lot of Doom. We don't have a lot of Reason. That's quite unfortunate. So we'll do our best. Oh, we might actually just die here. We have a student to throw, I think? No, we don't. That was the last run. Welp. Should have recovered Reason, but I didn't know I was going to be in Recluse. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be in Recluse. If nothing else, this run is a reminder that knowing your mysteries planning your mysteries out does help out, as it turns out. But I don't think I can do anything else. I think I might just die here. That only gives us stamina. We need reason, and we don't have it. So, in fact, we lost more reason here. So, yeah, I think we just die. If I knew the ghost ritual, it would be nice. Oh, in fact, we're taking even more. That's right, because we have Itotu. We can go for a dodge. I don't think it's going to help. So instead, we trade off as much stamina as possible, even though it won't be that much. In fact, can we even brace into a Sever? No, we can dodge into a Sever, but just to get a bit more damage, we'll trade off a bunch of stamina and then Sever. Or I could... Oh, you can't even fit that. Never mind. Well, I mean, at this point, do I just want to gamble? I think the odds are very, very low here, but if we're going to just sit here and try, we might as well. So, let's go for Fry Claps, and if we do this, well, maybe I should go Lottery. 3 ritual moves. Yeah, we're just going to gamble it all on this. So, can we even dodge into a ritual? No. That's asking for a lot, so, hey. So there are 3 claps and 2 bows. So we're just going to go Monkey Brain, and if I die here, I die. So without further ado, it takes too long to sever, so we're just going to hope, even though we would have died anyway. But I just want to know. We got 1 ritual move right, but I guess I'll see you in the next video.